We get the same old script. We can't keep ignoring the reality. Brian Keighley, the leader of Scotland's doctors, said, "We have a crisis. We have a crisis of out-of-hours health provision that sees huge and unacceptable queues at A&E departments. We see reports of geriatric provision coming under increased criticism through inadequate care packages and increasing bed blocking. And at the same time, GPs coping with a 20% increase in workload." He then continued, "We see vital cancer treatments delayed because of unsustainable cost, and we see cracks emerging in hospital food, cleanliness, staff shortages and vacancies within both the consultant body and GP
exactly what members' debate should be about, and I thank her very much for bringing this to the Parliament. Growing up in Angus, we never spoke about potatoes. That was for the toffs. It was tatties. And tatties were part of our annual calendar of events. From 8 years old, I would be sewing tatties in the spring. Then we had the 3 weeks tatty holidays in October. And between these times, we were out picking daffodils at Dykeland, strawberries and raspberries at Charlton near Montrose in the summer holidays. It probably sounds like child slave labour these days, but it was actually just a normal part of it.
Assurance, which is the middle band, which means that there's satisfactory processes in place, but some areas for improvement. Those were on data security, and the improvement areas there were tweaks that we could make to how we test the resilience of our systems and so on, which we've implemented now, and just better documentation of reviews of user access. So, you know, when you have file structures and people have access to different things, just introducing some tweaks to the processes we have in place, but ways in which we can improve. And we're very pleased to have internal audit come in with a fresh pair of eyes and help us look for some of those areas. The other area which received reasonable assurance, which again says there's sound systems and processes in place but some areas for improvement, was on IT procurement, where we could make some improvements to some areas of supplier management and the processes we have for documenting purchasing online and so on. So we've implemented all of the recommendations.
What happened, though, is that Angus Council need to come on board with this as well, because although it is in Aberdeenshire, is very much traffic from Angus that is contributing to the traffic on the Mary Kirk Road. So I think it's incumbent on Angus to get on board. But I still think that the work that Nestrans are doing, and to be fair, Transport Scotland, is, as others have said, a reason for keeping this petition open. But I think since the last time we discussed this, there's certainly, and the last time it was before the committee, there has certainly been a lot of progress, albeit in the eyes of some people far too slow. But things are moving in the right direction. So
let's not all pitch in with our patches. So we have no comments in relation to that, other than that rather good comment by John. Are members content to make no recommendation in relation to this instrument? Okay. Okay. The DPLR committee agreed to draw SSI 2014-110 to the attention of the Parliament as paragraph 1A. 4 of the schedule is defectively drafted, and there are also other minor drafting errors. In responding to these issues, the Scottish Government accepted the points raised by the DPLR committee, has agreed to lay an amending instrument which will correct the errors identified with the present instrument prior to its commencement on 23rd May 2014. Do members have any comments in relation to that instrument? I don't know if you're still alive. I can't hear a thing. Thank you very much. Are members content to make no recommendation in relation to this instrument? Yes. Thank you very much. Item